What we're looking at right now is we're going to look at how to load content into a Xamarin Studio project. And so we've already got our projects basically set up right here. So what we want to do right now is we need to actually load the content for this project. We're going to use the idea of having structure and organization for our content like we've been using all year. And so over here, what we're going to do, we're going to go save this, and we're going to go up to our content folder. In my content folder, you notice there's this content.mgcb file. We double click on that, and it's going to open up our content pipeline project. And so this content pipeline right here is where we're going to organize all the pipeline information. The pipeline for monogame / XNA is how it streamlines the use of all of our graphics, our sounds, our video, all the media files for the actual game itself. As we're going to load that content in the pipeline, it's going to be basically doing it behind the scenes with this. So what we need to do is we need to go over in our content section. We're going to organize this as well. So I'm going to go click on content and right click. I'm going to do add. I'm going to add some folders to this. I'm going to add 4 new folders for this project. So a new folder, and again, keep with the naming convention of caps to start it off. Animation is the first one, and texture, sound, and font. So we're adding 4 separate folders to our content project. These 4 folders are where we're going to actually load the pieces of the project in there, and we organize them based on what kind of thing they are, so it's easy to refine them and adapt them as needed. So all sound files will go in the sound folder. All of our 2D textures will just go in texture. All of our animations go in the animation folder, aka the animated textures. And then fonts, for some weird reason, are going to go in the font folder. I'm going to go to my animation folder, and I have it highlighted. I'm going to go to the Add Existing Item, which is right up here. Or I could right-click on it and choose Add Existing Item right here. And I'm going to go, in this case, I'm going to go to my folder, go to my Downloads, and I have that content folder I just made. And inside this, I'm going to go to my Animation subfolder, and I'm going to select all of those items. They're all selected. Choose Open. And I want to choose the option to copy to the directory and select it right here to use the same action for all files. So I copy, select all, choose OK. And I now have inside my animation folder, I have 3 files: explosion, mine animation, ship animation. Once I've copied those, I'm going to go over here to this lovely gear icon, the build icon. And on the build icon, you want to actually build your content. This is going to pre-compile your content so it'll load properly. Do you want to save it? Well, yes, actually, yes, I do. Now, some of you will get a little icon right here that will have a nice little green thing saying that if the build was successful. I'm going to do the same process for my font, sound, and texture subfolders, because I want to get all of them all the sounds in the sound folder, all the fonts in the font folder, all the animations in the animation folder. And repeat the process finally for texture. So I now have a built solution right here. My monogame pipeline has built all those files. They're organized by type. Each one is in there by its associated value. I'm using the same standard approach for file names, where I have the folder is capitalized, and they're organized by type inside content. If I were doing, say, for example, a 3D texture, I could put a 3D texture folder up there and load it that way as well. Our content is now loaded. We can go ahead and now make sure we hit save if we haven't hit save already. And we can quit or exit. We go to Xamarin Studio. It's right in there. If we want to see where that file is located, if I go to my project folder in Finder, I go to my game dev folder, I go to my afternoon game, its subfolder, look, there's a content folder, and inside content it has loaded all my component pieces. And notice that content also has a bin and obj folder, which will also be excluded because it pre-compiles them, and those bin and obj folders will also be excluded from our GitHub repository. Now that we've added that, let's check our GitHub. Make sure we've got that. Oh, look, we have all that content we just added in. We have all of our animations that are part of our project. I'm going to go ahead and add that settings to there, so added content. And I now have 3 commits right here for my project at this point. Everything is up to date.